especially with things like fracking, what they're allowed to discharge into the ocean, and like I've worked on a fish farm before when I was younger, and I realized like how little control there is in what like waste, like effluent waste from the fish tanks and that are allowed to go into the ocean. And you think, what is that doing to the animals that are there? How is that changing the ecosystem and stuff? And it's you think just like how small an area in north of Scotland is, but what's happening worldwide with all these changes and
Exactly.
laws and stuff. Yeah, it would be fantastic looking because it's when you see these guys diving 100 feet, you think, how are they managing that? How are they controlling their body, their mattress? It would be a fantastic thing because human potential. That's a great demonstration of what we can do. But how do you guys juggle working, being a student, diving, hiking, just being friends, just doing your own thing?
Yeah.
Have you found a way to juggle all these demands? Content creator, being the next superstars of TikTok. How do you deal with these 90 things you're doing at once?
I think just knowing how to prioritize, and not stressing if we can't dive. So if I'm super busy with work, not stressing the other person out, like, let's go, let's go, let's go. It's like understanding, like, sometimes we need to prioritize other things, or knowing that our prioritizing for diving will be on the weekend.
Hmm.
Um, so just kind of learning how to prioritize. I mean, it's hard living in Hawaii because you always want to be outside and exploring.
I would
Um,
imagine.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I prioritize diving quite often.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I do like I make sure to like survive school. That's how I call it. I survive school and then I live life outside of it. I think it's for me. I've been thinking about that a lot, and it's one of my kind of mentalities. Is I want to live life in the way that makes me happy, and that's my first priority. The reason I study marine biology is because the ocean makes me happy. So that's why I study marine biology. But then I've also figured out while studying, as much as I love that, I love actually being in there and doing it more than I love studying about it.
Hmm.
So that's why I prioritize diving. I make sure to kind of hit my like what I need.
Requirement.
Yeah, my requirements. I make sure to hit my requirements on things to survive them. And then I put most of my energy into things that make me happy. Maybe one day once I'm older, I have to have to stop doing that as much. But right now, I'm really trying to make life work in a way that makes me the happiest and the most free, like free diving.
I love it. And so few people do that. And I love how you guys have kind of aligned your lives to allow you to do the things you're happiest at. Very few people actually have a passion. Very few people actually do it. And you've got this amazing channel that goes out and show people like the joys, the beauty of nature, and it's phenomenal. You should be super proud of what you've done. But what do you want to be the evolution of this? Is this just going to be your way of showcasing the nature of the world? Do you want it to become a brand that starts working towards conservation? Do you want it to be like going and teaching free diving? Like you could take this anywhere. What would you like
Yeah.
to do with it?
Yeah. So we're in the very beginning stages. Since the account has only been up for a year, we have a lot of ideas. Um, but I think we need to kind of go forth with the ideas and like
Mhm.
all these different plans that we have in mind. So, for example, possibly doing trips with some of our followers. So, we're planning on maybe possibly doing a trip to Mexico.
Okay.
So, if someone wants to join us, then we go, we bring them, we take videos with them. But also, it's important for us, I mean, for me as well, to also talk about what's going on in the ocean. So, like, really opening others' eyes instead of just going to Mexico and trying to get that shot with an animal. It's more so educating